Welcome to Adventures in B2B Marketing. We're excited to be back with episode 2. We're here today because we're going to talk to you about the B2B buyer, finding them where they live. So I actually want to start today's shows out with a fact. According to the Content Marketing Institute, 88% of B2B marketers currently use content marketing as part of their marketing strategy. That's a huge number, 88%. But wait a minute, at the same time, only 30% of that same group say they're actually effective at content marketing. Now that's a really small number. Why is there such a big gap between those two numbers? What's going on here? So content is only as good as your distribution. You could have an awesome white paper, an amazing video, a webinar that reveals the secrets of the universe. But if you can't get in front of the right people, it's not going to do you any good. In our last Adventures of B2B Marketing, I talked about the increasing size of the B2B buying committee and how the makeup of the committee has grown to almost 46% millennials. You need to be able to surround all of these people, and I mean all of them, with your message. Demand generation alone isn't going to get you the scale you need. It's not going to get your message in front of everyone you need to. You can launch content syndication programs, but do they scale? And do they scale to the right people, more importantly? What's your real effective reach? So let's stop for a minute and let's talk about targeted advertising. Targeted advertising can get you some great scale. Assuming you can get your ads in front of the right people and surround your audiences with the right message, it's kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows your name.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
But now, in B2B, attribution is actually very difficult. It's great that they know your name, but do you know their name? That's why using intent data to drive targeted advertising and content marketing initiatives makes for a great synergy. By powering your program with intent-based data, you can leverage the scale of targeted advertising to reinforce your content syndication tactics. So let's start talking about intent. Intent data reveals a real-time picture of the marketplace. It identifies who is researching what and when they're researching it. That insight is so powerful in 3 different ways. First, it helps you create the content that's going to resonate the best with your prospects. If they're researching cloud infrastructure but ignoring cloud security, you get a better feel on how to better position your content. Second, as we said before, intent helps identify the accounts that are actually doing the research. And third, just knowing the companies isn't enough. You need to be able to identify all the decision makers and influencers at those companies who are actively doing the research. And now with that data, you can precisely and effectively target your message to only reach the prospects that you should be talking to. Now, content marketing is here to stay, but for it to work, you have to get past social, past content syndication. Social is not going away, and it needs to be part of any content strategy. But content syndication alone isn't going to cut it. As we've seen, there's no scale there. A content syndication program powered by intent-driven targeted advertising will deliver the most powerful return on your marketing investment. And that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you come back next month for episode 3 of Adventures in B2B Marketing, the power of native. That's where we'll talk about how native advertising can drive your content marketing programs. See you next month.